Following up on your comment that there's an alarming number of Republicans who are saying they're not going to accept election results, does that mean President Biden thinks it is a threat to democracy if somebody votes Republican?
No, that's a ridiculous question.
Why is that a ridiculous question?
Because American people should have their right to vote for whomever they want. We are talking about MAGA Republican officials who have been very clear about this, who say, you know, they are pro-police, but then they are also pro-insurrection.
Easy for you to say.
The price of gas has been inching up 24 cents over the past month. Are there any new actions the president's going to take now to bring gas prices down for the summer?
So, as a reminder, gas prices are not where they were a year ago because of the actions that this president has taken. They have gone down by $1.30 since this summer. Again, because of what the president has done. I was being asked about why the president talks about the economy, because he wants to make sure that the American people know the work that he's been doing and how he has put inflation number one thing that he wants to get done as it relates to the economy.
Oh my God.
The status of the administration's own internal review. There's a lot of talk about this. Is that ever going to be finished or released publicly?
So it's don't have any update on the review. I know that's been asked a couple of times. I know that Jake Sullivan came and spoke to this some time ago, our national security advisor. Just don't have an update for you all. And once we have something to share, we certainly will provide it.
Get an update on for next week.
I would have to honestly speak to Jake Sullivan, the National Security Council team. But I know that's come up a couple times here at the podium, and he's spoken to this. I would just have to go back to them and get some information for you.
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
Order.
All you've discussed here and the actions the administration is taking and what people have learned. Chinese spy balloon this year and previous years, these unidentified objects that we shoot down, they might have a question. When it comes to these higher altitudes, are America's borders secure?
What a loser.
The president takes, as I said earlier, he takes our national security extremely seriously. He has no higher responsibility than the safety and security of the American people. And I don't think you need to look any further, quite frankly, than the decisions he's made in just the last week to 10 days to evidence that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think my brain just committed suicide.
Why is the American military shooting something out of the sky over Canada?
What?
Because it's part of NORAD. The NORAD is part of like it's a what you call a coalition, a consortium. A pact, okay. Exactly, and so that's why we were able to do that. Again, we didn't do it on our own. We did it clearly in step with Canada.
Oh, right.
We have been very clear. We are going to put forth an immigration process that is humane, that is orderly. That is the goal that we have set forward. That is how we want to move forward in that process and do it very differently than it was done in the last administration. An immigration process that is humane, that is orderly. And also, it makes it so important, if you think about the Inflation Reduction Act, when you think about fighting climate change, that is one of the biggest, it's so historic, right, because it does the most piece of legislation, now law, to fight climate change.
You liar!
A piece of legislation, now law, to fight climate change. And
quick question on the jobs report as well. Total black employment is down 3 straight months now, with 635,000 jobs lost in that spell, which is the most ever in a 3-month stretch outside of the pandemic. Is that a setback for the administration, and do you have a comment?
So I'll just remind you that under this administration back in April, you saw the unemployment rate hit a record low at 4.7%, and that was just a couple months ago. Again, under this administration. Look.
Devon Archer, he's going to be having testimony for the Oversight Committee.
I'm sorry, who?
Devon Archer,
okay.
Hunter Biden's business partner.
Okay.
One, do you consider him is he considered a reliable witness?
I don't have anything. I don't have any comment on this.
You are a crazy little man.
I don't have anything. I don't have any comment on this.
What did he say?
I wanted to ask about the trial going on in Arkansas with Hunter Biden and the child support. Are the president and First Lady monitoring that? And how come they haven't acknowledged the 7th grandchild?
I'm not going to speak to that from here.
Grandchild.
I'm not going to speak to that from here.
Oh! Ew! Dude! What the fuck?
Here we go.